On Wednesday, January 27th, the NHS inducted 8 new members. We would like to say congratulations to Katie Smith, Chloe Sykes, Morgan Taylor, Ashton Walter, Shandy March, Nick Thomas, Joe Clarkson, and Jay Scudder.
The North Shelby Lady Raiders jumped out to an 11-4 first-quarter lead over Brashear in Thursday's consolation semifinal game. Brashear matched North Shelby point for point in the second quarter to stay within 7 at 21-14 at the half. Brashear came out strong after halftime, pulling to within 31-29 at the end of the third quarter, but North Shelby bounced back in the fourth, picking up the win by a score of 46-31. For Brashear, Stephanie Elsie scored 16 points, Shelby Salter had 12, Abby Kim had 2, and Sydney Slavin scored 1 point.
In the boys' consolation semifinal game, Brashear jumped out to a 17-11 lead after one quarter, but the lead was cut to 25-24 at halftime. Marion County kept up the defensive pressure in the second half and took a 36-32 lead after 3 quarters. Brashear was within striking distance late in the game, but Marion County rallied to pull it away for a 56-47 win. Anthony Ambrosia led Brashear with 16 points, Cody Snelling added 15, Matt Thomas scored 12, and Adam Songer scored 4 points.
The Brashear Lady Tigers and Atlanta Lady Hornets met up Friday night at the North Shelby tournament to play for 7th place. Brashear managed to take a 10-8 lead after one quarter and extended the lead to 21-16 after halftime. Brashear was up 29-23 after 3 quarters before Atlanta mounted a comeback, but Brashear held on for a 37-34 win for Brashear. Shelby Salter scored 14 points. Abby McKim scored 7. Stephanie Elsie and Katie Smith scored 5 points. Sydney Slavin had 4, and Shandy March scored 2 points.
The boys' 7th place game was also a matchup between Brashear and Atlanta. The Tigers and Hornets fought a seesaw battle early on, with the score being tied 14-14 after the first quarter. Atlanta outscored the Tigers 10-4 in the second quarter to take a 24-18 lead at halftime. Brashear closed the gap slightly to 32-27 in the third quarter, but Atlanta ran away with the fourth quarter to win 51-36. Daniel Smith led Brashear, scoring with 8 points. Anthony Ambrosia and Taryn Treasure added 6 points each. Nick Thomas had 4. Hayden Hausman and Cody Snelling added 3 points each. And Adam Songer, Zach Reeves, and Joe Clarkson scored 2 points each. On Monday night, the Brashear boys headed to Atlanta for a JV basketball game. The Tigers jumped out to a 12-2 lead after one quarter, but Atlanta bounced back in the second to pull within 7 before Brashear's Hayden Hausman drained a half-court three-pointer at the buzzer to put Brashear on top 25-15 at halftime. Both teams scored 8 points in the third quarter and 6 in the fourth as Brashear held on for a 39-29 win. For Brashear, Joe Clarkson scored 12 points, Hayden Hausman and Taryn Treasure had 9 each, Nick Thomas had 7, and Joseph Woods scored 2 points.
On Tuesday, the Tigers headed to Green City. In the girls' game, Green City took a 12-7 lead after one quarter and led 21-11 at halftime. The Lady Tigers closed the gap to 34-26 after 3 quarters and mounted a comeback that brought them within 2 points late in the game. As time ran down, they could not gain any more, and Green City held on for a 38-34 win. Stephanie Elsie was the leading scorer for Brashear with 11 points. Shelby Salter added 10. Abby Kim had 7. Sydney Slavin had 5, and Katie Smith scored 1 point.
In the boys' game, Green City quickly jumped ahead at an 18-7 lead after first quarter. Continuing their hot shooting, Green City tailed 6 first-half three-pointers to take a 29-19 lead into the locker room. In the third quarter, Brashear closed within 4, but could not get any closer, and the quarter ended with Green City ahead 38-32. It was all Green City in the fourth quarter as they went to the win by a score of 61-46. Anthony Ambrosia scored 18 points for Brashear. Cody Snelling added 12. Matt Thomas and Taryn Treasure each scored 5. Adam Songer had 4, and Daniel Smith scored 2 points.